Hey, it's Andrea here in my awesome gym, Masterpiece Fitness Training in Bannon, Oregon. I'm just going to real quick show you the obstacle race training workout that I just did. It just kind of threw it together. So bearing in mind that most of the work we have to do is trail running when you're doing an obstacle race, but of course you do need some strength. So I have some pulling strength, and so what I did was I have a 5-minute interval of something that's going to kind of get your heart rate going, and then a 1 minute and 10-second interval, some kind of resistance training type thing. So you can mix it up any way. I would suggest whatever works for your body, but this is just kind of how I did it. So what I started with was a bike. So I got on my bike and I set my timer for 5 minutes. Here, did everything that I wanted to. So I could do something like, you can barely see me here, but I could do a standing, I could do a seated, this is the mic I use, it's a little low, but you can add some stress to it, so you're going to add, so if you're climbing a steep hill, working on that leg strength a little bit, you're here for 5 minutes, so have fun with it and do something that's going to challenge your body and vary it up a little bit. So, and then I would shake those legs out a little bit. Make sure your seat is right for you. I didn't double check that before I did this video, but I did have it right for when I really did it. The next thing I did was this super cool pull-up move. So at the risk of having my back to you, I'm going to show you. So in an obstacle race, there's a wall. Almost every one of them, there'll be a wall that has a rope attached to the top, and you have to climb to the top. So I thought, how about practicing starting with my feet on the wall, and I just kind of inch up and get to where, like I'm pretending I'm at the top, and as if I'm going to get over, and then I'll also practice going down, because that's hard also. So feet up to start, because that's what you're going to have to do, and then I'm going to try to get my feet so I'm vertical on the wall as much as possible, and then grab the top, and then get over it. And in your race, you have to be somewhat vertical because it's slippery. And if you're at an angle like this on your wall, your feet will slip. So I try to get as straight as I can on there. Up and down. Really only had that for a minute, so I think I got like 3 or 4 reps in. So it goes pretty fast. Then the next one I did for 5 minutes, so bike 5 minutes, that 1 minute, 10 seconds. Then I did a step up for 5 minutes, and you can vary that. So again, I'm in the corner of the camera, but I did things like, I call these repeaters. This is probably a little slower than what I would usually call a repeater, but I'm sideways up on the step, whatever you're using. You can do it up, up, down, down, right? Or you can do an actual jump up. So varying it for your body. You're going to be there for 5 minutes. So I would vary speed and your move. So 5 minutes of that. Then I did 1 minute deadlift. So I just grabbed some deadlift weights that I knew I could handle. Remember, you're going to try to keep that back straight or natural arched, right? It's not going to be rounded this way. So super stretching at those hamstrings, slight bend in the knee, shoulders are back and down. And I'm working very hard to keep those shoulders back and down. If you're not feeling a stretch in your hamstrings, you really got to push that tailbone up. Push that tailbone up, kind of a little arch in the back. When I say arch, it's the natural arch, all right, of the spine. So that would be the opposite. Get it? So super important, and you will be so thankful. Your back is going to love it. Anyway, deadlifts. I'm sure there are many more videos you can find on good deadlift form. So I did 12 of these. That's what I got in for my minute's worth of time. So 10 or 12 of those probably in your minute. Then the last one I did, well, second to last, actually I added an extra bike. But this one was really hard for 5 minutes. So I got my little rope, and I did anything that I could maintain for 5 minutes on the rope. And it's super challenging to do this rope and not end up like this. So you're super remembering. Again, you get to work on your back extensor muscles in this. I did give them a little bit of break by standing up and doing some other kinds of moves, backwards and forwards and things like that. You're here for 5 minutes and you're thinking, how can I last for 5 minutes? A lot of times I'll do a workout where you go balls to the wall, take a break, start again when you can until the bell rings. But this workout, I want to do what I can do and not stop for even a second and just maintain it. So there are things like this. There are things I think this was actually kind of nice. It seems hard, but it was kind of nice to get a big. I'll do outside circles. I don't really like inside circles, but outside circles. Little weaves. I would weave one and the other, but just to keep the body moving for 5 minutes. And then I actually added another 5 minutes on the bike, just to get that little extra cardio on there. So we did 5 minutes on the bike, a minute of pull-up, 5 minutes on the high step up, a minute of deadlift, 5 minutes on the rope, and 5 minutes on the bike. Super fun, great obstacle race training routine for you, and I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how it goes.